Welcome to the 11th tutorial in Python. Today we are going to learn about the difference between keywords and variables and how to create variables in Python. Hello everyone, it's me Sairam and I'll be teaching you Python today. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to like the video and let's get straight into it.
Now, before we go ahead and start using our variables, we have to understand one thing, which relates to the last rule. Let's take a look at few specific words, such as false, none, true, and as, assert, break, class, continue, def, del, elif, else, lambda, yield. As you can see, all these words are highlighted in red. Well, what does it exactly mean? These are inbuilt Python keywords. And the thing is, we cannot use these names as variables. So let's take the word false. And let's make false a variable and let's assign it a value. False is equal to 10. If we try to print false, it will display an error. Syntax error, cannot assign to false. These are known as keywords and more precisely known as reserved keywords. They are reserved because you cannot use them as names, neither for your variables, nor for your functions, nor any other named entities you want to create. The meaning of the reserved word is predefined and cannot be changed in any way. But let's say you wanted to create a variable name with false. Fortunately, due to the fact that Python is case sensitive, you can modify any of these words by changing the case of any letter. Normally, we write false as a keyword like this. But if you wanted false as a variable, you would write it like this. False is equal to 10. And when we try to print this, print false, it displays 10 without any error. Now, let's talk about two important things. How variables are created and how to put values inside of them. Remember, a variable comes into existence as a result of assigning a value to it. Unlike in other languages, you don't need to declare it in any special way. If you assign any value to a non-existent variable, the variable will be automatically created. You don't need to do anything else. So let's take A. A is not defined anywhere, but if you just put the equal sign and put 10, A is created. And now that a variable is created, if you try to print A, it prints 10. If you assign any value to a non-existent variable, the variable will be automatically created. That's what we have done over here. Therefore, the creation is extremely simple. Just use the name of the desired variable, then the equal sign, and the value you want to put inside the variable. Now, how does Python take the variable? First, it creates a variable named var, or a in our case, and assigns a literal. Over here, our literal is 10 and equates it to 10. And then in the second line, it prints the value of the newly created variable to the console. Now, we are allowed to use any number of variables we want. So let's take a variable as age as 10 and the name as John. Now we can just print name age. We run it. We get John 10. but you're not allowed to use a variable which doesn't exist. Over here, age and name are our variables. Let's try to print John's last name. Last name. When we run it, it causes an error. Name last name is not defined. Or let's try this in a different way. Remember, Python is case sensitive. So even if you try to print name with N as a capital letter, you'll still print an error. Name is not defined. Now, we've tried to use a variable named age which has a value of 10, or name which contains John. But remember, name and name are two different entities and have nothing in common as far as Python is concerned. Now, how do you assign a new value to an already created variable? So let's take age as 10. You just need to use the equal sign once again. Age is equal to 10 plus 1. And now if you print our age, we'll get 11 as the output. The equal sign, in fact, is an assignment operator. Although this may sound strange, the operator has a simple syntax and an ambiguous interpretation. It assigns the value of its left to it assigns the value of its right argument to the left one. While the right argument may be an arbitrarily complex expression involving literals, operators, and already defined variables, look at the code below. We have age is equal to 10 and age is equal to 10 plus 1. When we print age, we get 11. Now let's try something else. We'll leave print age over here, but we'll add another print age over here. When we run it, we get 10 and 11 in 2 lines. So, what does Python exactly do here? Well, first it assigns 10 to age, and then we print age. Next, it assigns age to 10 plus 1. So age becomes 11. And the fourth line prints age, and the new age is 11. Thus, it prints 11 in the second line. But looking at this, a mathematician would probably protest. No value may be equal to itself plus 1. 10 is not equal to 11. This is a contradiction, yes. But Python treats the sign not as equal to, but as assign a value. Now let's try another example. Price is equal to 100. Price is equal to price plus 300. Print price. Now we get an output of 400. First, our price is 100. Then we add 300 to the price. So in this over here, price is 100 and we add 300 to it. So it becomes print 400 or price. And when we print price, we get 400. Basically, the original variable price has been incremented by 300 and is again stored in the same variable.
Okay, that's it for today. Hope you had a great time learning and make sure to join in on the next tutorial. See you guys soon.